Welcome to a special Saturday edition of Football Friday after the game here on ABC 22. I'm Eric Elkin. He is James Ryder. The Buckeyes put themselves in the driver's seat since the win at Michigan State, and Saturday they had a chance to punch their ticket back to the Big Ten championship game.
And on paper, that shouldn't be much of a problem. The Bucs were hosting a bad, not good, 3-7 Indiana team, which was starting its third-string quarterback.
But it seems not much comes easy in college football these days. Ezekiel Elliott needed 46 yards coming into today to crack the 1,000-yard mark. How about getting it all in his first carry of the day? Zeke, 65 yards into your living room and showing a little love to the camera. Bucs jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but Indiana scored 20 straight. So Ohio State trailing by 6 midway through the third. Jalen Marshall show begins, answering his critics after the fumbles last week. 54-yard punt return, house call. This swung the momentum big time. Bucs back in front, 21-20. Fourth quarter, shovel pass to Marshall. 6-yard score. J.T. Barrett's 31st touchdown pass of the year breaks an OSU single-season record. Barrett and Marshall not done there. A one-handed grab by Marshall with the left. Bucs go up 35-20. How about one more, though, for good measure? And it comes on another shovel pass. Marshall turns the corner and turns on the Jets. 54 yards. Wasn't pretty, but the Buckeyes win 42-27 behind Marshall's 4 touchdowns.
I feel like I kind of silenced the doubters, the doubters that they had in me, and it's satisfying that people see how I can really go out there and play.
Unfortunate things happen through the course of a game, and last week it just happened often for him. But as an offense and as a team, we picked him up and told him that you're going to be all right, and sure enough, today he comes out and plays well.
He's a talented guy, and I think that was good for his confidence. He's going to be around here a while. He's only a freshman, and very talented freshman, and he's carrying a lot of the load now.
So with the win, the Buckeyes clinched the East Division and are back in the Big Ten championship game. At the high school level, 8 teams remained in Division I, one of them from our area.
And the Wayne train is rolling towards just its 3rd trip to state. And tonight, the Warriors got to play a bit of a familiar foe, Lakota West, who Wayne beat back in week 3. And Demetric Trice and company, they've just been firing on all cylinders the last 2 weeks. And the Warriors, though, they fell behind 3-0 on the game's opening possession. However, they answered on their first possession. Matt Wilcox gets to the edge, finds the end zone, 7-3 lead. Now Wayne was back on offense once again, and you got to watch this play. Trice looking downfield, nothing's open as he rolls to the near side, so he goes back to the middle of the field, and he hits Wilcox in the back of the end zone. 14-3 advantage for Wayne right now. Warriors would get up 17-3, and Lakota West was driving, but top 22 selection Tyree Kittle stepping up with an interception, his 4th of the season and 2nd in the last 2 games. From there, Greg Schrader. Love the way he runs. Look at this. Power, little juke. 30 yards later, finally dragged down. And then 3 plays after this, Trice again moving around, buying time with his legs. He did a great job of running in this game, and he's able to find Chad Swanson wide open. Wayne dominates in a 38-3 win.
It means so much because this has been a dream since day one, since back in winter workouts, back in summer workouts. Everybody talks about it. Every single team in the state of Ohio talks about going to state, and we're here in the Final Four. We just got to finish strong.
We've had some special groups, and the 17 years I've been there, but this could really become one of the more special ones.
And it'll be a dandy in the state semifinals. Wayne faces Moeller. Right now it's set for Mason, but it won't become official until tomorrow at 2 p.m. To me, Springboro is the site that makes the most sense, but I don't make the decisions. But the winner of that game will get the winner of Hudson and St. Edward.
We should let you make those decisions. In Division 5, it's been a rinse and repeat for Coldwater. Over the last 10 years, the Cavaliers have been to state 8 times, plus 5 straight state championship games. Tonight, they had a chance to extend that streak to 9 out of 11 years. In their way, an undefeated Liberty Benton team is searching for its 4th regional title. First quarter, Liberty Benton caps off a 10-minute, 80-yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown run by Austin Combs. But Coldwater answers with its star player, future Eastern Michigan Eagle Brody Hoying, connects with Craig Shanehair. He takes it 49 yards to the house, tied up at 7. Second quarter, it's Brody being Brody. The senior Cavalier caps off a drive with a touchdown. Cavs take a 14-7 lead into the half. In the third, Hoying goes right back to work, scrambles for a 9-yard touchdown run. Coldwater starting to pull away up 21-7. And in the fourth quarter, the Cavs put this one away with a 98-yard drive after recovering a fumble. Hoying once more, this time from 21 yards out for another touchdown. Coldwater wins 28-21. The Cavs are back in state again, 9th time in the last 11 years. Coldwater will face CHCA. On the other half of the bracket, Canton Central Catholic will meet up with Bishop Hartley for the right to play for a state championship.
And Coldwater already beat Bishop Hartley this season, but at Marion Local, all they do is win. The Flyers have won 3 straight state titles. They've won 34 games in a row and have shutouts in 4 straight, all against teams that made the playoffs. That's bad news for Marion Local's next opponent, Lehman Catholic. Now those two square off in Wapakoneta. It's the first meeting between these two teams since 2009. In the first, Aaron Neatfeld taking the handoff, gets lost in the crowd briefly, comes out in the end zone. Flyers taking the early 7-0 lead. Next Flyer possession off play action, Dustin Ruthman airing it out long, and Hunter Wilker in stride. 6 points, extra point no good. Marion Local on top 13-0. Ruthman once again with play action, rolling right, finds Derek Albers inside the goal line. The Flyers lead 20-0. Now Lehman was trying to get their offense going. Nick Rourke under pressure. He's sacked, fumbles the ball. Marion Local tries to recover, can't. Lehman kicks it around into the end zone. Jacob Kunkler, Johnny on the spot, falls on it. Touchdown Flyers. They had a 2-point conversion to make it 28-0. In the second, it's 35-zip. Marion Local pouring it on. Top 22 selection, J.C. Guttemuller with 2 touchdowns to add to the lead. Marion Local led 49-0 at the half and wins 49-7. Flyers going to state for the 13th time. And in the state semifinals, Marion Local will face Columbus Grove Bulldogs, making their first state appearance since 2003. The only year they won it all. In the other half pits Norwalk St. Paul against Trimble. And then we go to the college game. Rick Chamberlain's team, they could have had a potential league title on the line, but for senior day, they're just looking to end on a high note against Campbell. It was a low-scoring first half. Ryan Swanky picking off the pass. That set up a field goal 3-0 lead. And Connor Castor rushed for 90 yards. He set the program's all-time career rushing record. Will Bardo added 53 rushing yards, most of it on this impressive run in the second quarter. Now Dayton rallied twice from 2 different deficits to beat Campbell 19-14.
All right, to hoops. The Wright State women in McClin Gym today because of a robotics competition at the Nutter Center. Raiders taking on Southern Illinois in the first half. It's Rochelle Vanderkeel puts Wright State up 7. Taylor Mingos had a big start to this season. Hoop and the harm here, part of a 24-point performance for her. She has scored at least 17 in all 4 games this season. Then Taylor Stanton closes out the half with this bucket as Wright State rolls to 4-0, winning 70-50. The Wright State men also win 86-79 down in Charleston Southern. JT Yoho scores 25 points in his first game back, and the Raiders improve to 3-1. And the UD women fall to number 18 Iowa at the Hawkeye Classic. The Flyers actually had a 10-point lead with less than 10 minutes to go in this one, but Iowa closed the game on a 32-15 run, so UD falls to 1-3. Well, that is going to do it for another special Saturday edition of Football Friday, but don't go away. Your local news and weather is coming up next. On behalf of James Ryder, I'm Eric Elkins saying thanks for staying up with us and enjoy the rest of your weekend.